Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Today we are going to talk on what is language and we shall also discuss some design features of human language. But first we need to understand what is language. To define language is not easy task because the language is very complex system and there are the different linguists who have given their definitions to define language, but their definitions are incomplete because these definitions raises some questions. For example, Edward Sapir has given the definition. He says that the language is purely human and non-instinctive method of communicating ideas, emotions, and desires by the means of voluntarily produced symbols. He wants to say that language is only concerned with the humans and it is the non-instinctive method for expressing our ideas, emotions, and desires. Now, this definition is narrow because ideas, emotions, and desires are not only things that are communicated by the language because the term language is broad and covers the multiple applications such as sign language, such as body language, such as animal language. So this definition is to some extent incomplete. The second definition given by the Hall, he said that language is an institution whereby human beings communicate and interact with each other by the means of habitually used oral auditory arbitrary symbols. Hall's definition is also narrow because he also considers language as a purely human institution. And we also know that animals, they also communicate. Animals also talk. They have also their own language. The third definition is given by Chomsky. According to Chomsky, language is a set. What kind of set? He said the language is a set of finite and infinite sentences. Chomsky mainly focuses on the structural features of language. He said that language can be analyzed, can be investigated by analyzing it into the constituents form. So these are the definitions that are given by famous linguists, but their definitions focuses on the certain aspect of the language. But whatever they say, correct, true, but not too much comprehensive. Now let's see what is the design features. We know very well that language is a source of communication. Language is a such medium through which human beings socialize with one another. And language plays a very important role in our life. And it's very difficult to imagine the human life without the language. And it is the such language that makes the distinction between the animals and the human beings. So in this regard, Charles Hackett has given the design features to make the distinction between animals and human beings. The first design feature is duality of patterning. What is duality of patterning? We know very well that human language has a fixed number of similar sounds, just as pa, ba, ma, va. And these sounds are called the phonemes. And these phonemes combine to another phonemes, they form the morphemes. And what is the morpheme? Morpheme is a smallest, significant, and meaningful unit of language. So human language has got the two level of patterning. Number first, compounding of sounds, and number second, compounding of words. Second design feature is creativity, and it is called the recursiveness. Human beings are very capable to create or to make the new sentences, new words, new expressions in the language. And it is his ability, it is his aptitude that he can form, he can make, he can create the a number of sentences. And this is called the open-endedness of the language. The third design feature is displacement. Human language is context-free language. Means to say that he can talk about the past. He can talk about the present. He can talk about the future. Even he can also think in imaginary form. It is his ability. It is his aptitude that only human beings possess. The fourth design feature of human language is cultural transmission. We know very well that human beings grew up in multiple cultures and they acquire the different languages due to influence of other cultures, and it is called the cultural transmission. And the design feature of human language is transferability. We know that human language has two basic manifestation. Number first is speech, number second writing, and it is the ability of human beings. Whatever he speaks, he can write down it also. He can write it also. It's a very possible for the human beings. Whatever he speaks, he can write it also. Last design feature of human language is arbiness. We know that the language is composed of signs and symbols, and sign has two forms, according to Ferdinand de Saussure. He says that the first is a signifier, second is signified, and the relationship between the signifier and signified is arbiness. There is no any logical connection or logical relationship between them. Means there is no any logical relationship between the word and its object. Thank you so much.